I was shocked when I saw the scene before me. It was in a food processing workshop in China, where chicken legs were being counterfeited. I watched as workers skillfully added some unknown minced meat into the chicken legs, before wrapping them up. The fact that even chicken legs could be counterfeited made me wonder, is the chicken skin real? It's the scene of ribs counterfeiting inside a Chinese food processing workshop, all technology and hard work. Beef, a nutritious and flavorful ingredient, has always been a popular choice on the dinner table. However, the high price has led some unscrupulous traders in China to make huge profits by making and selling fake beef. So how are these so-called fake beefs made? Let's find out. Usually, the raw materials of these fake beef is not completely fake, but low-cost chicken, duck or pork as the basis, by adding beef flavor, beef paste and other seasonings, supplemented with a special gel to increase the elasticity and chewiness of the meat. Some higher-end counterfeiters will even carefully mimic the texture of beef, making it difficult for ordinary consumers to recognize the authenticity of the product based on appearance and taste alone. What is even more shocking, however, is that some unscrupulous Chinese traders go so far as to use diseased or substandard beef and pork as raw materials in order to cut costs. In order to hide the true color of these inferior meats, they also use various colors and additives, such as cochineal, nitrite, etc., for color mixing and preservation. Long-term consumption of these fake beef containing a large number of additives and harmful substances will undoubtedly cause great harm to human health. In addition to the above meat and vegetables with fake whey, there are some vendors use vegetable protein and starch and other raw materials to produce a completely free of real meat vegetarian beef. This so-called beef, in fact, is only a high-tech imitation, although the appearance and taste similar to real beef, but the nutritional value is very different. In order to avoid buying fake beef, consumers should choose to buy from regular channels and carefully examine the appearance, texture and odor of beef. Real beef is usually dark red, clear texture, elastic and firm meat, while fake beef is often dull color, texture fuzzy, feel wet and sticky. In addition, real beef has a characteristic stink, while fake beef may emit a strange odor or flavor. The practice of making fake beef is even more shocking. They do not hesitate to use cheap materials such as poultry and pork to pass off as beef, and even use sick and dead meat to make fake beef, putting people's lives at great risk. This kind of bad behavior is not only a threat to people's health, but also a destruction of social integrity. Would you dare to savor these seemingly delicious dishes if you were told that they are made from better oil? The quality of this grease is so poor that even Indians may find it difficult to accept it. Gutter oil has been a problem in China since 1998, so why does it still persist? In 2011, a joint police operation in China's Zhejiang, Shandong, and Hunan provinces resulted in the seizure of more than 100 tons of finished cooking oil refined from better oil, as well as more than 100 boxes of counterfeit branded cooking oil. However, in 2022, there are still cases of illegal use of gutter oil. On April 8 this year, the Santai County People's Court in Mianyang, Sichuan Province, China, handed down a first-instance verdict in a case of production and sale of toxic and harmful food products by a hot pot restaurant, which had sold 49,837 pots of hot pot bases containing gutter oil since December 2018, with a huge sales amount. The final amount of damages awarded was up to more than 22,893,000 yuan, and 4 defendants were banned for life from engaging in the management of food production and operation. There are 3 main sources of gutter oil. First, greasy floaters salvaged from the sewers of large hotels. Second, oil processed and refined from poor-quality pork offal and pig skins. And third, recycled oil from deep-fried foods. These oils and fats are simply processed and reused, posing a great health hazard. In addition, there is the so-called spit oil, that is, the oil of the leftovers will be refined and utilized to give the next table of guests to eat again. This oil is mixed with saliva, nitrite and other harmful substances, posing a serious threat to human health. Although some people claim that this oil is not gutter oil, but the so-called old oil, and even think that the addition of the old oil flavor more fragrant, but this practice is undoubtedly illegal. Let us take another look at those underground black workshops in China, which are really disgusting. When I saw how bad it was there, I could not help but be shocked. It is simply outrageous that garbage cans and ingredients are placed together, and those workers casually urinate and defecate in this garbage can. Many people order that takeout, and there's a good chance that unknown ingredients have been added to it. A Chinese guy broke the news that when he went there to pick up his meal, he was really shocked. In the takeout box they made, they actually found someone picking their boogers with their hands, and then leaving them directly in the lunch box. They couldn't even find tissues, so they just picked with their hands. The ingredients were also a mess, with the trash cans and ingredients placed together. I don't know what kind of oil they used, but it looked very suspicious. Eating such food will definitely cause serious health hazards, and may even cause cancer. This Chinese guy really didn't dare to take pictures of the front of these shady businesses for fear of being verbally abused and maligned. The drinks they served were also suspicious, not freshly dated and placed next to the garbage cans, making people doubt their hygiene. Seeing the staff lying directly on the ground, such a scene really shocked him. This young man hopes that the issue of food safety will be taken seriously by the state and that such unscrupulous and shady businesses will go out of business soon. Why is China always unable to ensure food safety? In the final analysis, the problem lies in itself. It is not only due to the low cost of violating the law, ineffective supervision, consumers' pursuit of cheapness and other superficial reasons, but the deeper problem lies in the influence of the capitalist market economy. Capitalist market economy encourages competition, but competition is not always fair. In a fiercely competitive environment, vicious competition may breed. China, as a large country with a large population, has an extremely competitive market, and businesses have to face enormous competitive pressure in order to survive and maximize profits. This has led some businesses to resort to improper means or even illegal behavior to gain a competitive advantage. In addition, the failure of the regulatory authorities is also a problem. For example, China's best-known Sanlu tainted milk powder incident aroused national concern at the time, but the final result was unsatisfactory. The light punishment did not seem to give a fair account to the victims. This incident seemed to mark the beginning of the food safety problem, and people began to realize that the consequences of manufacturing poisonous food might only be minor penalties. The laxity and idleness of the regulatory authorities have made it impossible to effectively combat and stop the illegal acts, further encouraging the enterprises to violate the law. What do you guys think about this? Well, that's it for this installment of the video. Feel free to leave a comment below and discuss with us. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.